Hi, I'm Shimokawa. Today I'll be casting from the Korean servers, Diamond 1 Challenger games. On blue side we have Orion in the mid lane, Thresh and Caitlyn in the bot lane, Vi in the jungle, and Renekton in the top lane. For purple side we have Gragas in the mid lane, Vayne and Blitzcrank in the bottom lane. Oh, we have some action. We have Nocturne on Oriana. Gragas picks up that kill. We're about 5 minutes in. It's hard to catch these games when they start, but I basically cast the featured games on the Korean servers. So it's hard to catch them at the very beginning, but it looks like we have 2 kills on Gragas to start off. He picked up Vi and Oriana with the help of Nocturne. He has those 2 assists. And the only kill on blue side is on Malphite, and that one went on to Vi. I'm guessing an early invade. And the only assist is on... Oh wait, no. It was probably just a early kill in the top lane. Probably the 3-minute gank. Renekton set it up with Vi, and they picked up Malphite. So we have a very small lead because of that double kill in the mid lane from Gragas and Nitro. We have Caitlyn Thresh against the Vayne Blitz lane, but Kate's very low, but she does seem to have a slight lead over Vayne, although it's only a couple CS, it's about 7 CS. In the mid lane, we have those 2 kills on Gragas, and there's 4 CS in Oriana's favor, but that's not too much to worry about. He's definitely ahead in items. He's up by Adorns and Boots. It's going to be very hard for Oriana to push this Gragas up. He has a lot of sustain, and he can set up ganks really well with Nocturne, as we saw earlier, although we did not see the whole fight flush out. So you have a bit of a lull in the action. Everyone's just farming up. Lanes are pretty standard, no 2v1s. We have some aggression in mid lane from Gragas. And he ults Oriana out with the explosive barrel. He might pick this up. Oriana used her shockwave to pull Gragas in. But it doesn't look like we'll be having any kills. So both mid laners have blown their ults. And Gragas could get a kill on Oriana if she sticks around, but looks like she's just going to play it safe and go back. So we have Gragas going on Vi, and Nocturne coming around the mid lane, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to pick anything up, especially because he's already blown his explosive cast. The top lane, it's just a farm lane, but it's heavily in Renekton's favor, 58 CS to 29. He's gonna pick up this turret. He pops his ult for it, and it looks like he's going for Malphite. He might pick this up, but he flashes over the wall. So does Renekton, but he slices in the wrong direction. Looks like Vi's coming up. She may be able to pick this up. He misses the Q, and Vi will be picking up that kill on Malphite. So the gold lead is gone to blue side because of the top turret being picked up by Renekton. And it looks like in the bot lane, Vayne is very low, so is Caitlyn and Thresh. But Vayne and Blitz have been able to push Caitlyn and Thresh into their turret for the last 2 times they've gone bot lane. We see more of a CS differential. We have 69 to 57 CS, but that's expected in a Caitlyn Vayne lane. So as long as Vayne stays within about 20 CS of Caitlyn, she should be fine. We have Nocturne ganking the bot lane. He gets the fear off onto Thresh, so they'll be picking that up. Nocturne getting that kill. But Vi and Renekton are looking to dive Gragas in the mid lane. Looks like they'll be picking this up. So kills all around the map. Renekton in purple side jungle. Nocturne going over here to... He might get caught out, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to be touching him. The middle turret's pretty healthy, so it doesn't look like Oriana will do too much. Nocturne is thinking about going in here, but Renekton... Oh, he's gone back, so Nocturne should be able to pick up that kill. Maybe get the Vi as well. He flashed for it, and it looks like Nocturne barely survives, picking up that double kill in the mid lane. We have Vayne and Blitz in the bot lane. It looks like they should be able to pick up this bottom turret. And the gold difference has been closed by a great amount, just because of all the kills going to purple side. So they're only down about 600 gold, which isn't insurmountable, but if we have a lot of kills onto Nocturne. He's 3-0 and 3. He's opted to get the Berserker Greaves, and he has 2 Doran's Blades. We have Renekton with double buffs in the top lane. Looks like he's picked up Tiamat and a Ruby Crystal, along with boots, ward, and some pots. They seem to know that Renekton's around here. I believe he should have timed the purple side red buff, but they may get this catch on him. Gragas did get the slow, so he could have explosive cast Renekton back into his team, but he probably knew that Renekton still had the Dominus, and he might have gotten out anyway. If we look at his items again, it looks like Renekton just wants to be split pushing and just like pushing Malphite into turret. He just wants to be putting as much pressure on Malphite as he possibly can, and just drawing like pressure, just bringing people top lane. And he's chunking him really hard. Malphite's pretty durable, but when you're this behind, he only has a chain vest and cloth armor. He's not going to be doing anything. And Renekton goes for the dive. But he might die here because of the creep block, yeah. And the ignite from Malphite. So we have Vi looking for a gank in the bot lane. It looks like purple side knows that she's there. Not sure if she stepped through a ward. They don't have anything in lane. Thresh goes back to Lantern, and Vi ults lane. She ults, tumbles, giving her a few seconds of invisibility. Thresh hook doesn't land. Looks like they may get out of this, trading Vi ult for Vayne ult. And Vayne just flashed there too. So Vi could come back here, and her ultimate will be back before Vayne's flash. So they could look for a kill in the bot lane later, but it looks like Nocturne's coming down, and he might go for this. He does have his ultimate, so he could go on Caitlyn or Thresh, but they seem to have an idea that he's there. Looks like Renekton's looking for something in the mid lane. Might go for some kind of gank onto Gragas. But it's going to be pretty hard. He can get out with his his body slam. It's on a pretty low cooldown. It's only about 6 seconds. So he can keep dashing like every 6 seconds. But he uses it aggressively, and he sets himself up for this. But you see Nocturne ulting onto Orianna, and he's going to pick up that kill. Looks like they might go into Renekton right now. But he's going to be pretty hard to pick up. I'm not sure if he'll be able to hold this turret because Nocturne can throw out Qs and Gragas can keep poking with his barrels. Nocturne going for... not going for anything. It looks like he might have thought the red would have been up, but he decided against going for it because Vi in the bot lane could have come up for that. We have Malphite finally pushing out. The CS difference isn't that bad because Renekton's been aggressively roaming. It's 91 to 57. That's a substantial lead for Renekton, but it's still not impossible to overcome for Malphite. He doesn't need that many items to be useful. But still, he needs to get the ball rolling. He needs a push when Renekton roams like that. So we have Vi coming back. He knows Vayne's flash is down and his ultimate is up. So it looks like he might pick up this kill. Vi picks up that kill. Thresh misses the hook because Blitz flashes well. Nocturne's sticking around to make sure they don't take this turret. He doesn't have his ultimate, and he has to be careful of the Thresh. Blitz hook misses, and he takes a lot of poke for it. We have Nocturne going on Caitlyn, but he can't really do much because there's 3 people there. Oh, we have a fight between Malphite and Renekton in the top lane jungle. Renekton flashes over the wall with his Dominus, and it looks like he'll be picking up Malphite, but Gragas managed to pick up Orianna. So Nocturne's coming up, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to pick this up. The barrel lands onto Renekton, but with his Slice and Dice is going to be pretty hard to catch. He managed to juke the Gragas, and it looks like they won't be getting him. So, good play on Renekton's part, he gets out alive. And we have Caitlyn and Thresh continuing to push in the bot lane, because they know they invested so much in chasing that Renekton that they can just push it safely. But they do opt to go back. So we have Renekton and Vi pushing in the mid lane, since they know that purple side is out of position, so they should be able to pick up the turret.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
But they do trade turrets because Nocturne goes in the top lane and finally picks up that top turret. But it looks like they're looking to Dragon. Blue side's looking to Dragon, but purple side knows. Blitz drops a ward, and Grog is in position, and if he tries to steal it, he probably will. Let's see. Vi's Smite does about 700 damage, and her Excessive Force does about 117, so she can burst it for 800 when it's slow, but Grog's is really good at stealing Barons and Dragons. His barrel roll does about 400 damage right now, and his Explosive Cask does about 450. So he does slightly more than Vi's burst combo. So he could actually outsmite her if they fought over Dragon. We have Blitz get a pick onto Caitlyn. Doesn't look like she'll be getting out of this. We have the body slam land on her really slow, but a great Thresh Lantern picks her up. But the explosive cast from Gragas managed to pick that up. We have Vayne going onto Renekton. Big team fight in the bot lane. But the box from Thresh seems to stop this aggression completely. But they're gonna go for the Dragon. So 1 kill for purple side and nothing for blue, and it looks like they'll be picking up this Dragon. Vi's coming in, but I'm not sure if she'll be able to pick this up. She does go in, but she goes in too late, and she has to flash over the wall. Looks like there's a little miscommunication there, because she could have grabbed the Thresh Lantern out, but it looks like she just wasn't sure. She didn't expect it to come. We have Gragas going on to Orianna and chasing her with a body slam. We have Nocturne falling up, but Caitlyn's right there. It doesn't look like the Ignite... Oh, the Ignite does pick her up with the last tick. So another kill onto Gragas. He's 5-1. He's massive right now. Looks like they might siege onto this middle turret. Vi can try to defend, but she doesn't have a lot of safe waves here. If she tries to... she can't possibly defend this turret with Vayne and Gragas and Nocturne being there. But we have Renekton going back to the top lane to put some pressure there, because Malphite's still not strong enough to deal with him. He might not be as diveable as he was before, because he's finally picked up that Sunfire Cape, but he managed to push Renekton out with the fear of Gragas coming in. And they don't stop the back of Renekton. The Sunfire Cape doesn't, although it does damage to champions, it's not like it, only an ability or an auto attack will stop your recall. So we have a bit of a lull in the action. If we look at the gold, purple side is up by about 1,000 gold, but that's not huge. It's definitely not insurmountable. Blue side can come back, but it's gonna take a lot of work, because Orianna's constantly getting caught and chased down by this Gragas and Nocturne. She's having a real tough game. And we see just a difference in items. We see Gragas, he has his Athene's Unholy Grail, Sorcerer Shoes, 2 Doran's Rings, and a needlessly large rod. Orianna only has 1 Doran's Ring, her Athene's and Sorcerer's Boots, and an ability tome. Perhaps to build for 100 guys, or if she really needs magic pen, she might go straight for a Void Staff. And she has a ward and some pots. We have Nocturne going... He picked up those early Berserker's Greaves, and now he's a Sunfire Cape and a Warden's Mail. So he's not really afraid of Orianna, because she's just so far behind. The only threat here, threats are Renekton and Caitlyn. Caitlyn has, she's 0-2-1, but she has been farming well. So the only threats are attack damage threats coming out of blue side. So he only really needs to build on her. He doesn't have to worry about magic resist too much. The Orianna shockwaves are not going to do a ton. But they might pick up this Thresh. He flashes over the wall, but Gragas should body slam through. Drops the box. Body slams through another wall of it. Gets slowed twice. Lands that body slam. They should pick it up with the barrel. He does. We have Caitlyn a little out of position in the bot lane, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to try and force anything. So just one-on-one Caitlyn versus Vayne. And at this point, Vayne has her Blaze of Ruin King, so she could outduel Caitlyn if she ults and gets a stun on her. Yeah, Vayne just going on her. She knows she's way stronger, but she's not going to go for a trick dive. And now, big team fight in mid. Malphite lands his unstoppable force. They pick up Orianna, drop Ignite on Vi, bring her to about half health. They might be able to continue siege. Barrel lands onto Vi. It looks like Nocturne's gonna be going. Oh, he was gonna go for his dive, but it looks like Vayne picks up that kill. Let's look at how this goes down. Yeah, she chases down. She buries preemptively, expecting maybe her build over Peacemaker, but she manages like dive her while taking only one trick shot and surviving. We see Vi go down to Malphite, and Nocturne ulting onto Renekton, and they finally pick him up. And it looks like they should be able to get this mid-teaching tower. The only person up is Thresh, so he couldn't possibly defend this. And we have Vayne slow pushing in the bot lane, and she may be able to pick that up if no one goes to respond. And it looks like Blitz and Nocturne are rolling down, so they should be able to position themselves aggressively enough. And actually the surrender vote comes in. So that's game, and thank you for watching.